that I picked interest in is if you know you're not going to get married, don't even go there. If you know you're not going to, take care of your wife, let her have access to all your properties, then there's no point getting married. And the other person came out to say, what the heck? What the heck is this guy even talking about? How would you will all of your earnings to your mom? For crying out loud, mom, for what? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. My night was great, and this weekend is so amazing. And I hope you're also enjoying God's grace. We still want to talk about this trending news about Hakimi and his wife. I've seen a lot of comments on Facebook, Twitter, and even on YouTube. A lot of people are agitated concerning this. Some people are of the opinion that if you don't want to marry a woman, if you don't want to take care of a woman, why do you have to go, and get married to her in the first place? And the other one came out and said, you know what? Like, for seriously, what the heck is that guy even talking about? As in, willing everything to your mother for what? Why would that be? So they just want to find out, before we jump into conclusion, I have a question in my mind to, also throw my own question. You see, before we, jump into that conclusion, we will need to find out, did this guy in question, Hakimi, did he actually will everything to his mother, like 80% of his monthly earnings to his mother before he got married or after he got married to his wife? If you understand that, it will help you to, know exactly where this guy is coming from. A lot of us forget this social media thing. A lot of us are coming from far. Like it is said here in Kenya, tumetoka mbali, tumetoka mbali. Some of us are coming from a very far distance. We are coming from a very poor background. Some of us have seen life, So before you throw that stone at the guy, we need to understand his background. Who is this guy? I really don't know much about him. In fact, the story has it that this guy has gone through a lot. It was his mom, his parents. His father was not even a well-to-do person. You understand? The mother sacrificed a lot for him. And sometimes they had to even deny other siblings for him to, get to that point where he is. And so he must have made a vow to himself. He must have made several promises. If I get to that particular point, I will never forget what my mother, my parents have done for me. Okay? He must have made that as a vow to himself, and he's keeping to it. Okay, some of us, we don't know people's life story. We want to jump into conclusion, and we're talking about a marriage who is not up to 5 years. This marriage is not up to 5 years. Okay, they are just they just married about 3 years ago, and then this thing is happening. And if you trace it back to as the story is popping up every now and then, this guy gave his monthly earnings Kitambo for a very long time, and the mother has been, enjoying it before even this guy even got married. Okay, so let us not throw stone. The mother went through a lot, the parents went through a lot, and it's only helping the mother based on what he saw with his two eyes. Okay. So I don't think he's doing anything wrong. On the other way around, did the wife actually complain that he wasn't taking care of her? Did the wife complain like that? No. And of course, from the story I've gathered, the wife is also well-to-do. She is not even demanding for this half of his properties because she wants to. because she's poor or because she wants to, live a bigger life. I think the story also has that she is also well-to-do. So let us not jump into conclusion. I think it should be a lesson for all of us. If you are getting married, there are things you need to look at. Look at someone's background. Look at where the person is coming from. Okay, you don't just discard and bite the hand that fed you just because you are getting married. You don't do that. Okay, we all came from somewhere. It's not even Jesus Christ. God had to use someone to usher him in. Okay, when we talk of the earthly mother of Jesus Christ, we remember Mary. It wasn't impossible for God to send Jesus all the way from heaven. He had to use human. And these human beings are so very important to us. We don't just forget about them. No matter what happened, we still need to get connected. To me, he did nothing wrong, in as much as he was not maltreating his wife, because this is something that started before they got married. It's not because he got married today and he now will everything to the mother. No, I don't think that is the story, because I'm not there. We're just, trying to talk about what we are, gathering. Okay, so for those of you who are getting married, you need to check someone's background. If God elevates your husband, it's for a purpose. Okay, it's not just to come and say, okay, that money you have is mine. You see, if God equipped the call, if God equipped you, it's for a purpose. It must have looked at your background, it must have looked at everywhere, and He will use this particular thing that He has blessed you with to achieve His purpose in life. God must have seen the suffering of this woman, and she has also contributed a lot for her son, for our own son. You see, before you jump into conclusion, you also know that you are going to get a child. What if you were the one? How would you feel that your son is not seeing what you went through? Okay, the suffer, the trauma. Some of these women, they've gone through a lot. Some of them, if not for spirit of contentment, they would have stolen. But they went, they toiled, they did all one not for you to live. And when you get to that stage, you want to, look down on them. That is not right. The Bible says we should treat others the way we want to be treated. Of course, the story is not like the mother-in-law is against the daughter-in-law. No, it's about between the son and the mother. You get? It's not about she doesn't want her son to get married like it is done in Africa. It is done in now. How we do their thing. It's not that the woman is saying the son shouldn't get married. This is just between the son and the mother. The mother must have gone through a lot. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us not throw stones at the woman, because I'm responding based on what one person said. What the heck are you talking about? Why tell everything to your mother? Were you there? Were you married before the issue happened? So that is just what I want to say. Let us be careful, because one day we are all going to, if God allow you to go through a lot and only for your son to make it in life and abandon you, I don't know how you're going to feel. All right? So guys, be careful. So Hakimi, so don't just look at me as someone who is a one-sided judge. I am not. So I'm just trying to look at things in my own perspective. I still want to say that the only clause I've seen in here is the fact that this guy in question would have, explained things to the wife before now, because to her, I think it's like a shock to her, okay? He would have explained things beforehand. For the past 3 years is enough, all right, to have explained, this is what my mother went through. Transparency can never be overlooked in marriage, okay? He would have explained things to her, let her know that this is what my mom went through, this is what my father went through. And so I have made up my mind to give them this. But that will not in any way affect my relationship with you, okay? In as much as you did not, you did not maltreat your wife. Your mother did not say you should not marry your wife. I don't think there's any issue between the two of you. It's just that you know how to settle with your wife. The relationship with your mother and you, no one will put asunder. So I bring this to a close, and I want you guys, I want you all to know that this is my own point of view. Whatever you think is right, whatever that will give good report, you people should think on this, please. Let's not drag the issues, guys. I bring you greetings from my home. May God bless you. Bye for now.